Hey everybody, I'm Steven. I'm back today with another edition of the Todoist monthly video. Usually we spend this time talking about all the new releases that we made over the last month. So instead, for this video, what we thought would be nice, sticking with the end of the year theme, is to reflect back on all the changes that we have released over the course of the last year. So if you're the sentimental type, stick around and let's take a walk down memory lane at all the big releases that we did in 2023. Okay, so most yearly reflections start in January. It's the first month of the year, it makes sense, but I'm different. So we're gonna start in March, which is when the first notable release for Todoist came out, which is the ability to collapse your overdue section in your today and upcoming views. If you have a bunch of overdue tasks, it can be quite visually overwhelming and a reminder of the things that you need to do, but maybe not right now. So you can just collapse them and reschedule them later when you have time. But don't forget about them, it's very easy to when they're collapsed. All right, next in April, we introduced the first round of changes to the way reminders work in Todoist. So this has been a paid plan feature for a long time, but just needed some love and attention to update it and make it more useful. So we improved the interface for creating reminders and also improved the way that notifications appear when you receive a reminder. Okay, so May is next, and that's another one of those months where we just didn't really have anything notable to talk about. So we'll skip right over it and go to June. And June, what a time. I remember it fondly. It was the height of the AI craze. Every digital tool is updating their product. It's AI powered now. We love AI. Everybody cares about AI. No one wants to get left behind. So we, of course, introduced a research and development squad internally to figure out how we could incorporate this new technology into our tool. And the first thing they came up with was the filter assist, which if you're familiar with filters in Todoist, you know how complicated they can be to set up properly. There's a very particular code syntax that you need to write correctly for it to work. So now the filter assist tool, you type in with natural language what you want. So like all of my work tasks due in December that are high priority, and then the AI will read the documentation for you and write the code that you need. So it's pretty awesome, just making it a little bit more accessible for people to create filters in Todoist, which we love. So that brings us to July, which is the month that we introduced the second set of improvements to reminders, this time adding a quick add shortcut. So when you're typing in your task, if you now do exclamation mark and then 30M, it'll set a reminder for 30 minutes in the future. Or if you have a time set already on the task and do 30MB, it'll do like 30 minutes before the due time. So there's a few different variations, but it just makes it that much easier to add reminders to your tasks as you go. So next is August, and in this month we introduced a quality of life improvement to the web app with the way that dragging and dropping works. I don't know if you're aware, but like that's not a native web ability. It's something that every app has to like implement itself. And our implementation of it in the past was just like a bit outdated and wasn't really serving our needs. So we just redid it from scratch, and it's much smoother and flexible and better now. Okay, so at this point, I want to take a brief moment to address what I know you're thinking. Steven, you've just talked about 8 months already of the year, and there hasn't been a single new addition to Todoist that's like actually new functionality. Yes, you are correct. Everything so far has been improvements to existing things or like quality of life things like the drag and drop. But that's about to change because September is when we introduced task durations, which is a brand new attribute in Todoist, which enables you to set how long you expect a certain task to take and is a stepping stone to some of the bigger like vision features that we have coming down the pipeline for Todoist. How does it work? When you are adding a task that has a due date and time to it, you can also specify now how long it'll take. So like today, 12 p.m. for 30 minutes. And then if you're using any of our calendar integrations, it'll show up as a block of time on your calendar. And we just actually like this week, I think, added a little subtitle in your today view if you have tasks with a duration that says how long those tasks will take. So pretty cool. Like I said, it's a stepping stone to some bigger things though coming. So, okay, it's now October. There's a bunch of little things that we did this month, but the like most notable, I guess, is that now when you turn on your completed tasks in a view and then like go to a different view and then come back, they are still there. Before it would like, you have to turn it on every time you visited, and now they stay on until you turn them off. So it's just works the way you would probably expect it to. All right, and finally we are at November, which at the time of me recording this video was like 6 days ago, so still very fresh on the mind. And it was our second really big release of the year when we updated the layouts of our mobile and web apps. I'm not gonna talk too much about that just because there was a lot of changes, and I just did this video last month interviewing Ben, the designer on the project, about the motivations behind why they made the changes and what the changes are. So check that out if you're curious or still sad about the old layout being gone. Now we're back at December. Like I said at the beginning of the video, not much to talk about here, but there will be a link in the description to the Todoist Bulletin, which is like a new marketing thing we're doing to communicate in a more fun way, like what the little changes and stuff along the way behind the scenes. So check that out if you like that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I'll just cap off the video saying thank you for sticking with us this year. It has been a journey, and we are continuing that journey together with you. Looking forward to the big stuff to come. Hopefully in the next video, I can stop saying to come and we can just talk about the big stuff. But until then, hope you have the great rest of your year, and I'll see you in 2024. Bye-bye.